Get ready to descend into pure nightmare fuel with 10 brutal horror movies you can stream on Netflix right now. These scary picks deliver relentless suspense, unsettling stories, and enough terror to keep you up all night. Number 10, Malevolent.
I just want a quiet house. You'd be able to stop them.
In the 1980s Scotland, a brother-sister duo runs a fraudulent ghost hunting business, staging fake hauntings for grieving families, until a call from a remote mansion plunges them into a horror beyond anything they've faked. Angela begins hearing whispers and seeing figures no one else can, as the home reveals its violent history of mutilated girls and sadistic secrets. What was once a con spirals into a real haunting, as Angela's visions grow violent and the dead demand retribution. As the walls close in and reality distorts, survival means facing a truth soaked in blood and betrayal. Malevolent twists the ghost hunting trope into a grim, suffocating tale of guilt and spectral vengeance. This house doesn't just hold spirits, it remembers everything they did. Number 9, Aftermath.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for the note.
What note?
Desperate for a fresh start, a young couple moves into a sprawling, secluded house sold at a shocking discount due to a gruesome murder-suicide. What they don't know is the house isn't empty. Strange noises echo at night, doors unlock on their own, and sinister messages appear with no explanation. As their relationship fractures under the weight of paranoia, a hidden presence begins asserting its will, driving the couple into a waking nightmare of surveillance, obsession, and violent intrusion. The home they hoped would rebuild their lives begins tearing them apart. Directed by Peter Winther, Aftermath is a slow-burning domestic horror that plays on isolation, violation, and the horrors lurking just out of sight. Number 8, The Rental.
Charlie! Tell me that's not a camera.
Look, this is not okay, Charlie, all right? Stop being so calm. Everything is fine.
Two couples escape to a picturesque coastal rental home for a weekend getaway. Secluded, luxurious, and perched on a cliffside edge. But unease seeps in when they suspect they're being watched, as hidden cameras reveal their most private moments and buried secrets. Paranoia turns to panic when one of them disappears and a masked figure emerges from the shadows to finish what they started. Trust shatters, alliances crumble, and the line between guest and prey vanishes. Directed by Dave Franco, The Rental transforms a dreamy vacation into a voyeuristic nightmare, where every door has an eye and no one is truly alone. Number 7, Sweetheart. After washing ashore on a deserted tropical island, Jen believes survival is her only challenge, until night falls and something monstrous emerges from the sea. Each sunset brings screams in the dark and claw marks in the sand, as Jen realizes she's not alone, and the island hides a predator that stalks her every move. With no one to help and no way off, survival becomes a nightly ritual of terror and strategy against a creature that won't stop hunting. As days stretch into a nightmare loop, the ocean becomes a prison, and the trees whisper warnings too late. Sweetheart is a lean, relentless survival horror where nature's beauty masks primal fear and silence is the only safe sound. Number 6, Baskin. A routine night shift spirals into hell when a squad of Turkish police officers answers a distress call from an abandoned building and steps through a gateway into pure nightmare. Inside, they find twisted rituals, robed figures in a labyrinth of blood-soaked chambers that defy reason and time. As sanity fractures and flesh is peeled away, the officers are dragged into a demonic underworld ruled by a cult leader who speaks in whispers and kills with scripture. Reality contorts, looping between memory and agony as their escape route vanishes behind walls pulsing like open wounds. Directed by Can Evernall, Baskin is a descent into visceral madness, fusing cosmic horror with religious depravity and surreal torment. Number 5, Annabelle Comes Home. Locked behind sacred glass in the Warrens' artifact room, the Annabelle doll is meant to be contained. But one reckless night unleashes her evil into a house filled with cursed objects and teenage vulnerability. When curious hands disturb the order, malevolent spirits awaken, turning every room into a trap and every shadow into a threat. Ghosts of the damned crawl from mirrors, haunted coins beckon the dead, and Annabelle orchestrates the chaos with her chilling smile. As night stretches on, the Warrens' daughter and her friends must survive a house now ruled by restless evil. The film is a relentless supernatural siege where the Museum of Horrors becomes a living nightmare. Number 4. Don't listen.
Las voces intentan decirnos algo.
After moving into a crumbling countryside home to renovate it, Daniel and his wife suffer a tragic loss that unleashes something far more sinister than grief. Their young son had been hearing voices, whispers in the static, but no one listened until it was too late. When a paranormal expert investigates, the house reveals its cruel history of torture, possession, and a malevolent entity that feeds on sorrow. Tape recorders hiss with otherworldly voices, mirrors reflect things that aren't there, and reality unravels under the weight of the supernatural. Don't Listen is a Spanish horror tale laced with emotional devastation and ghostly torment, where every sound could be your last. Number 3. Smile.
What are you?
You can't escape your own mind, Rose.
After witnessing a patient's gruesome suicide, psychiatrist Dr. Rose Cotter begins to see things. Twisted smiles on strangers' faces, hallucinations that bleed into reality, and a growing sense that something evil is following her. The more she investigates, the clearer it becomes. She's caught in a curse passed through trauma, spreading like a disease from victim to victim. As her grip on reality frays, Rose races to break the cycle before the smiling entity forces her into its next grotesque spectacle. No one believes her, and time is running out. Smile is a dread-soaked descent into psychological horror where terror hides behind the most innocent expression. That grin isn't friendly, it's a warning. And once you see it, you're already doomed. Number 2. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trick or treat, I give you trick.
When a priest is put on trial for the death of a college girl during an exorcism, the courtroom becomes a battleground between science and the supernatural. Through chilling flashbacks, the horror of Emily Rose's possession unfolds, her body contorting, voices speaking through her, and an unseen force tearing her from reality. As her lawyer wrestles with facts and faith, the truth becomes a maze of spiritual warfare and legal uncertainty. The demonic doesn't stay confined to memory. It lingers in every corner of the present, clawing at reason and belief. The film fuses courtroom drama with relentless possession horror, where every testimony is a scream and every witness risks inviting the darkness. Number 1. Shudder. After a tragic accident on a lonely road, a young photographer and his girlfriend begin to notice ghostly figures creeping into his developed photos. What starts as blurred shadows soon reveals a haunting connection to a past he refuses to confront. As the apparitions grow clearer, more violent, and terrifyingly persistent, the couple is pulled into a spectral mystery that spans betrayal, guilt, and vengeance from beyond the grave. Each snapshot peels back a layer of horror, leading to a revelation that redefines every chilling image. Shudder is a masterclass in Thai horror where the dead cling tightly to the living and never let go. Here are 4 other movies you have to see. Hellfest.
You take your job too seriously.
A group of friends visits a traveling horror-themed amusement park, drawn into a night of terror when a masked killer uses the attraction's mazes as his deadly playground. What began as thrills soon becomes survival as the killer blurs the line between entertainment and real violence. Panic and screams echo through twisted rides and haunted corridors. A nightmare on Elm Street.
Who are you?
Remember me?
Teenagers in Springwood, Ohio share childhood trauma and become targets of Freddy Krueger, a burned man who kills them in their dreams. Their nightmares begin to blur with reality as Freddy's malevolence becomes impossible to escape. Desperation mounts as they uncover the dark link that binds them. Ghost House.
Was a woman.
She burned, and she died. Not a good death, not a happy ghost.
A young couple on vacation in Thailand unwittingly dishonors a local ghost house, unleashing a malevolent spirit upon them. Isolated in the countryside, they experience escalating supernatural terror as their surroundings turn hostile. With each attempt to escape, the spirit's influence grows stronger. Lampir.
Dan sisanya akan menjadi santapan.
During a pre-wedding photo shoot at a vintage villa, a group of friends unknowingly awakens Mak Lampir, a vengeful spirit craving eternal beauty. Trapped inside her lair, they are forced into a deadly game where survival hinges on outlasting a supernatural hunter. The villa's elegance morphs into a twisted trap as horror reveals itself in its most beautiful form.